Hey, good morning everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Concrete with the Hosses. We are prepping this basement. It's kind of a rainy day outside, so we're going to go in here and prep this basement floor and get it ready to pour for tomorrow morning. It's a good sized floor. It's going to be in the neighborhood of 35 yards. Square footage, if I had to guess, we're right around 2,600 square feet. So we'll go over how we get this all ready, leveling up all the dirt, getting everything down to grade, as well as bringing in some stone. So I hope you enjoy the video. Stay tuned. What we're doing here, we're bringing in some stone and covering all the plumbing ditches, covering all the pipes with gravel and stone. No rocks, no dirt on the pipe. We like stone in those ditches, filled completely full of stone up to our sub base. Then we level up all the dirt, take out all the loose debris, get the sub base all nice and even, uniformed, and then we'll bring in 2 to 4 inches of limestone and get that all up to our finished grade height. And then our concrete will go on top of that. We like everything nice and uniformed as possible. And then the concrete is a nice even thickness, and that gives us a better, stronger floor.
So we got about 3 or 4 inches of rain, maybe 3 inches of rain yesterday. So it's kind of muddy, so we put this plastic down just to get us in here a little bit cleaner. Finishing tamping the stone. Jim's working on plastic back there. It's a busy morning here at TSH Concrete. Thanks for tuning in to Concrete with the Hosses. Today we're going to go ahead and pour this floor. It's about 35 yards. It's a pretty good sized floor. But like I said, it rained pretty bad yesterday. It's muddy everywhere, so it's kind of nice to have this inside to do. So we're going to try and get the mixer right up to this edge right here. And then we'll use our power buggies to take it in the rest of the way. It's not too bad. If this was dry, we'd get them right to that. But we'll just use our buggies to run it in. We have our 2-inch foam at the door. This is a walkout basement, so we want to stop that cold from seeping in underneath the floor. So that's a nice thermal break for us. I see the mixer pulling up right now. So we'll go ahead and get started. We put the plastic down under the concrete when we're inside for a vapor barrier. Helps keeps the moisture from coming up through the ground into the concrete. Keeps the room a little bit more comfortable if it's a finished basement. It also helps with the radon gas. It helps push the radon gas to the edge, and the radon pipe will pick it up and take it outside. So 2 things there. That's the idea. A little bit to go in the corner. Pretty nice morning out. Here comes the sun. And as long as we don't turn the buggies, just run them straight on the plastic, it works pretty good. We'll put a traction mat in the middle to turn on when we need to, and we'll move that around through the floor. Other than that, it's just straight in, straight out. There we go. Steve will get her figured out. Straight in and straight out. So you just want to shake that in, get it real nice right to that blue line. Working a little bit of cream up on that edge. Then when we go to finish, that'll clean up real nice. And we want to see that blue line when we're done. And we know we're at the right height. Nice and slow, nice and flat. We'll do that the whole way down the wall, around all the walls, and we'll just straight edge it right down the middle. Something else I want to talk about today, we'll put zip strips in off of the corners and dividing up our big section. It's this material right here. That way we won't have to come back and saw cut. So it's a T. So this goes in the concrete, and then this top pulls off, and this stays behind. It's real thin, and that just separates the slabs, and it helps it crack where we want it to crack. I'm going to go ahead and put the camera on time lapse and go ahead and get some footage. Okay, that was 10 yards. I'd say not quite a third of the way done. So we might need a little more than 30 yards. I don't know if you can see it. We just put the zip strip in corner to corner, and you can just see a little bit of it. Here it is right here in the concrete. It's down about 1/4 of an inch. So we just trowel right over that. And you won't even see it there for about a week. Then once the floor dries and shrinks a little bit, you'll see a straight hairline crack, corner to corner, and nobody ever questions that. It's the ones that come off of these corners all jaggedy, running everywhere. So that's one nice way to do that. And it allows us to do it right now. We don't have to come back tomorrow and saw cut. We can be on to doing something else, making more money, and that's what it's all about, right? Number 2 is in place. We don't want any gap between trucks in these. We just want to keep going until we're done, and then we can get right on the floor. So back on time lapse, here we go again. Okay, that was truck 2. We're on to truck number 3. Final truck. I think we're coming up a little bit short. We're probably going to need 4 yards to finish this corner over here. We like to run a zip strip down the middle of the floor. It always wants to crack center, so we try and get a zip strip right in there. So there's the zip strip, and there is after we float over it. You can't even see it. So we'll get some concrete in here and clean this up. We're going to work this corner out, all the way out here, and then straight down. Guys are having fun today. How'd I do, Matt? You're just saying that because you're on camera. I'll get a little footage here until I get it filled in, then I'll join in. They're pretty good at dumping. They'll dump it. Sometimes they cover the line, but they try and get it pretty close for us. Notice the little backup as he dumps. We could use another guy if anybody's looking for a job. If this looks fun to you, come on aboard. I think you'll sleep pretty good at night. We all do. Finish this corner out, and then we'll pull it right over here. Steve's making his way towards the door. It's nice to have a couple people that can straight edge. Gives the old man a break. So just nice wide pulls, tilting the board up slightly in the direction you're going. I always find it easier just to take a float with me right between my feet, then I can clean it up. And make sure that board's all the way down to the wall and all the way down to the screed that you're coming down. So each time he doesn't try and do it all in one pull, he just does it a little at a time. Jim puts it right on the money for him with a little extra for his feet. Steve just cleans it up, right back to straight edging. So that's 30 yards of concrete. What do you think, hour 15, hour and a half? We got 3 yards heading this way. For this little bit right here. It'll probably take 2 yards. We'll send a yard back. Not a big deal. So we'll put a form right here for the door to set on. This is a brick ledge. We want to keep this open. So our form goes here. And then we're going to put an expansion joint right here so the cold doesn't transfer in underneath that door. And it'll help a little bit. So Tommy's on the floor getting started. It looks a little bit wet. But with a floor this size, you just want to be ahead of the game. Number 4 just pulled in for this area. Our door sill is in place. We're just going to bring them in and dump them over and pull it. There's not a lot of concrete here. Gotta find that blue line right there. top up there? Yeah. Call this home stretch. A little bit right in there. So we'll get a long straight edge and go across this doorway. We want this to be nice and flat across here so the door sets pretty true. Good. Now when they go to set their door on that, no hump in the middle, no dip, it'll fit real nice. Okay. All done pouring, all we have to do is finish it. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see with that sun line, but they're about halfway done with the floor. First pass, usually hit it twice. So they're just about all done troweling. Just this last little bit right here, that last final truck, just needs hit one more time. A little bit rough. Everything else looks real nice. And these houses, they're usually finished basements. There might be a little bit of area where, you know, for storage, but most of it's covered with carpet and ceramic and but we want them to look good. Last little bit of footage here. On these final passes, you really don't rub it too much with the float. It's all steel trowel. Matt's pushing pretty hard on that, leading with the front of the trowel in a fan motion. Just hearing the sun's going to take off on you. You want to hit these areas first. You really want to keep a close eye on them. Once you fall behind, then it's no fun. The sliders make it nice. You don't have to move the knee boards. Just sort of crawl backwards across the floor. Two guys can cover a lot of area. Looks good, gentlemen. All right, so that's probably it for here for today. We're going to pour the garages tomorrow morning and get this holiday weekend started. So I hope you all enjoy it, and see you on the next one.